Cuban cuisine and Cuban soup recipe. Cuban cooking is a mixture of Spanish, Caribbean and African cuisines. The techniques and spices are akin to African and Spanish recipes, and there is also some influence from the Caribbean. There is also a small Chinese influence in the Havana region recipes. Cuba did a lot of trading in the colonial era, and this is when Spain introduced a lot of their native dishes and also colonized the area. The Africans brought to the country as slaves, and the French colonists from Haiti also introduced various dishes and cookery techniques. Cuba is an island, so seafood is widely available and features in many dishes. The tropical climate of the region means that root vegetables and fruit grow well and are used abundantly. So what is a typical Cuban meal? Beans and rice are popular, either cooked together or separately, and some kind of meat usually features in the meal. Corn, plantains, bananas, and potatoes are often served, and a salad made with lettuce, tomatoes, avocado, and maybe also carrots, radish, cabbage, and cucumber might be served as well. Various main dishes and side dishes are brought to the table at the same time for people to serve themselves. Meat is often cooked in a light sauce, and a garlic, oil, oregano, onion and citrus sauce would be typical. Chorizo stuffed roast beef is popular, and Cubans enjoy tamales too, although these are not the same as Mexican tamales. Cuban tamales are boiled in salted water rather than steamed, and they are quicker to make than the Mexican ones, which are usually made in bulk for special occasions only. Cubans also enjoy soup recipes and stews, and these are eaten with rice or alone. Corn soup, meat and tuber soup and corn stew are all popular. White bean-based Spanish stews are also enjoyed in the region. A typical Cuban pumpkin soup recipe. This tasty soup is made with West Indian pumpkin and red beans. It is a great way to use up bell peppers. You can use canned beans if you do not want to soak beans overnight. Also, try substituting butternut squash for the pumpkin if it is unavailable. This recipe serves 4 people. What you will need: 1 half and de-seeded Cubano chili pepper or anytime chili pepper, 8 cups chicken broth for water, 1 pound dried red beans, soaked overnight, 1 each green, red and yellow bell pepper, finely chopped 4 ounces diced bacon 4 ounces. Diced ham 2 tablespoons olive oil 2 bay leaves 1 peeled, diced potato 1 finely chopped white onion 1/4 cup tomato paste 1/2 bunch cilantro 1/2 of a pound West Indian pumpkin, peeled and diced 2 minced cloves garlic salt, to taste. How to make it: put the chicken broth, Cubano pepper, beans, and bay leaves in a big pot and bring the mixture to a boil. Turn the heat down to low and cover the pot partly. Simmer over a low heat for an hour or until the beans are tender. Take the pot off the heat. Discard the bay leaves and chili pepper. Sauté the ham and bacon in the oil in a skillet for a few minutes, and then add the garlic, onion, and bell peppers. Cook until the onions are soft and then stir in the tomato paste. Put the pot back on the heat and add the potato and cooked bell pepper mixture. Simmer for 15 minutes over a low heat. Add the pumpkin and cook the soup for 10 minutes or until the potato and pumpkin pieces are soft. Season the soup and simmer it for 5 more minutes. Add the select Cuban cuisine and Cuban soup recipe. Cuban cooking is a mixture of Spanish, Caribbean and African cuisines. The techniques and spices are akin to African and Spanish recipes, and there is also some influence from the Caribbean. There is also a small Chinese influence.